Hey, I just wanted to show you guys my waste oil burner setup. I converted my wood stove to run on used motor oil or whatever oil. I've been using a 12 volt inverter for power to the blowers and everything over there. And I got that set up over here, and the wire runs up and around. And I've got a switch panel here to turn stuff on and off. And I have a blower on the back of the stove. And there's a heat shield, and then the air blows through and then comes out here and also up here, kind of disperse the hot air off the stove. Of course, I have the heat reclaimer on the pipe, and don't make fun of me on my setup here for the stuff I use, but this is just the prototype. It puts off pretty good flame. This is on about medium, and she's ablazing. So basically, this will just show you how simple you can make this work. I got about $15 in this, and then some scrap parts. Well, if you include the blower, that's another $30 from eBay. And basically all it is a piece of pipe, runs inside there, if you can see it, runs inside there, and then this is PVC. This is a 1.5 inch water pipe, and this is 1.5 inch PVC, and there's a coupler here, and I just stuck that together. And there's also, this is what size is this? 3/8 or 1/4 inch inside diameter line, and then this rubber line goes into a copper line, and the copper line is inside this pipe, runs out and then drips in the hole there, and it comes out of the center of that pipe there. Of course, you got air blowing, and the blower is what provides the air, which is a 12 volt blower, and up to a gate valve or a spigot. And the only things I really had to buy for this was this adapter. It's screwed onto the spigot. It had the hose barb. I had to buy this plastic tube, and I had to buy the copper line that went inside. That's all I had to buy. Everything else I just salvaged from the shop. And there's the waste oil. Made a little dipstick, if you can see there. And I started this, it's been about 5.5 hours ago, and it was filled up to this marker right here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4.5. So I'm burning roughly a gallon an hour, or an inch. These are in inch markings here. So I'm burning about an inch every hour. If I fill it up all the way to the top of this, that's 10 inches inside here, which would be about 3.5 gallons, because 3 gallons filled it up to about here, which was the 9 inch mark, which is this line here. That was 3 gallons. So not too bad for running it all afternoon. And I haven't had it turned up this high the whole time, of course. It's ablazing right now. You can turn it down to just a drip if you like. This spigot is probably not the best thing to use. A needle valve would probably be the best, but I had that, so I used that. And it takes a little bit of time for the flame to adjust to your knob up there, because it has to run through this line and everything first. But it'll burn all the way down to just a tiny little flicker of flame in the bottom, with just a drip, all the way up to raging, and the side of the stove is glowing orange. As far as the smoke out the chimney, see if we can get the smoke on the chimney. I don't even see any smoke. It's kind of hard to see against this overcast sky, and I don't see any. Yeah, get against this dark tree. Yeah, I don't see any smoke coming out at all. So it looks like it's burning pretty clean. Seems to be working pretty good. And I've been collecting waste oil for quite a while, so I've got quite a bit. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is a brake drum, not a rotor, a drum, and it's sitting on a stainless steel plate, and the oil drops in the bottom of that. And to light it, all I've been doing to light it is I take it takes one page of the newspaper, one full page. I tear it into 3 pieces, make 3 paper wads. I turn the oil on, and then once it starts dripping, I start stuffing newspaper down inside the brake drum and leave the last wad sticking out a little bit, and I'll light it with my lighter, and maybe 30-40 seconds, once that paper's starting to turn to a glowing orange, I hit the switch and turn the blower on, and that's the last time I touch it unless I want to turn it up or down. It's really trouble-free, and it seems to be pretty efficient. It's plenty warm in here. I don't have a thermometer. I do have this, just for reference. Let's see. That wall is 129. The stove, it's running 500-600 degrees. So it's pretty warm. It's nice and hot. There's the light. There's the light. 567. I wonder what this pipe is doing. That pipe there is only 143. I haven't really touched that. Yeah, I haven't touched that. Of course, it gets hotter as it gets closer. Now about the plastic. 88 degrees. So that's cold as far as everything else in the room, so that's not a problem. Nothing getting hot there. Not the blower. Yeah, pretty much room temperature. The pipe there is 381, and above the heat reclaimer is a little hotter, isn't it? Yeah. 78, 400. So there's quite a bit of heat kicking out of here. Yeah, it's nice and warm. And then, like I said, I lit it this morning. Well, it was about noon. I lit it, and I just adjust it when it gets a little cold, or when it gets a little hot. Actually, I've been having more trouble with it being hot than I have being cold. Outside temperature, it's in the low 40s, maybe 41. So it's cold. It's a little been breezy, gusty, and this place is not insulated at all. So it's already doing better than the wood ever did in there, and I don't have to split no wood. So I'm very happy. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching.